Good morning, everybody on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, all of the places. It is Marissa Friedman, your friendly executive cat herder, here with this week's office hours. Yes, it is a day late, but I make no apologies. Good content requires effort and energy. So let's dive into it. If you are just turning in for the first time, welcome. If you have been here before, nice to see you again. Oh my gosh. Hi. Seeing all kinds of people. Hey, George, how are you? Okay. So today's resources come after some very specific questions from people in the Facebook group. I've been getting a lot of copywriting questions lately, which I'm pretty excited about because that means that people are starting to focus on the quality of their content as opposed to just like turning out garbage. So that's exciting. All right. First resource is coming to those of you that are specifically in the e-commerce space. Maybe you are selling online, or hey, maybe you're a consumer and you just want to know, like, are these reviews real? Are they not? Like the hair flip, right? So let's jump into this resource. So again, maybe you are a product-based business, you have things that are on Amazon, and you're trying to understand, like, you're doing competitive analysis and you're like, wow, everyone has 5-star reviews. They are crushing it. Like, I'm not sure what I'm doing right or what I'm not doing right. Don't you worry. The first resource today is Review Meta. So what Review Meta does is it analyzes Amazon products and filters out reviews that the algorithms detects that might be unnatural. So unnatural could be a paid review, maybe it's a family review, and what it does is it actually, you paste in a product URL at the top, and then what it does is it will go and it'll tell you, it is going to give you the true, hey, like based on this, it's this. So for example, these are a couple of items that are on Amazon. And in this review, you can see the on Amazon, on brand, it says it's a 4.5. There's an algorithm that this company's put together that filters out unnatural reviews. And they're going to say, actually, it's probably about a 3.7 based on real reviews. So I think anyone that is looking for, real information, real data when you're putting your stuff out there. I see a lot of people, they go, oh, I'm going to drop ship. I'm going to set up some FBA on Amazon. I'm just going to copy what they're doing because they have great reviews. What you want to figure out is what percentage of that company's budget was allocated towards like influencer strategy, or what percentage of that population was, incentivized to leave a review. And what we want is authentic reviews that are coming from our customers that love our products, our services, and our brand. We do not want to pay for reviews. You don't want to even go down that path because it is going to take you forever to try and, once you start paying for those certain types of things, it's really hard to unwind them, right? So it's kind of like, good morning. It's kind of like when people first started with Instagram, like people that have bought followers, like that unnatural kind of setup can lead to some problems later on. I actually had a competitor a few years back when I told them I was not interested in their follower services because they basically just pay for followers. And they're like, you could have 300,000 followers. And when people see that, they think you're credible. I'm like, I would rather have less followers that were real humans than like a bunch of robots, right? So that's kind of the counterbalance. And what they actually did is, here we are 2 years later, still trying to unwind because they intentionally sent bots to our account because we called them out. So that being said, we actually are in the process of, and we have been for 2 years, unfollowing robots, re-engaging with real people. And I'm just going to tell you, it's the same thing here. So this tool, again, is called Review Meta. And it is going to analyze your Amazon product reviews, make it really simple to kind of see what's the real review of this product. So again, if you're in this space and you are putting products online and you're trying to figure out like, oh my gosh, this one company, our competitor has so many reviews, and you use a tool like this to filter out anything that is considered to be an unnatural review, right? So maybe reviews coming from the same IP address, etc. And it really has a simple value proposition, right? Have you ever purchased a 5-star product on Amazon that was a total piece of garbage? Yeah, we all have, right? And so this is a great way to not only come on and kind of essentially look at all the people that are gaming the system and actually see what the real kind of product experience is like. So again, Amazon, Canada, like Australia, UK, this widget and tool works everywhere else. So that is one of my favorite tools to use. The second question I had this morning was, I am not the best writer. What is the best way for me to churn out copy? So last week I mentioned, oh, I forgot to put that into the comments. Here is review Meta. We will put that in there for you just really quick for those of you that are like, what was the name of it? It is called Review Meta. So the next question has been all around content. So I did chat briefly last week about Content Row. Content Row is like an incredible editor that'll help you write content, analyze your headlines, kind of tell you if you're an active or passive voice. So all of this stuff is incredible. But let's dive into the next resource and tool that we have for you. Now, this resource and tool is kind of for, again, I am not a believer that you should have AI do 100% of your writing for you. It is a tool. It is a supplement. It is a thing to help you. It shouldn't do it for you, right? In order to be a little bit different, you are going to have to put in some effort. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and all of the things. But this is your second tool for the morning. And this is called Hemingway app. Those of you guys that have followed me for a while know that I've used Hemingway to just help identify some really clear things. So it's going to tell you like, hey, like, it's, you know, it's a good readability level. And what does that mean? Most people are over explaining things in a language that is too specific or jargonized for their industry. And so what happens is you're writing stuff at a college level audience when it needs to be at a 6th grade level. So again, on the upper right hand corner, you'll see it's, hey, it's in a perfect readability. It's going to tell you, hey, like, you're using passive voice, you need to be more, active in the voice that you're using. It's going to break all of these different characteristics down for you. It's going to say like, hey, like one sentence is really hard to read, and it's highlighted it there. So every piece of highlighted content that is on the screen to the right of it, it will show you. And again, what is the difference, right, between this and Content Row? I mean, Content Row is just going to have a little bit more of an analysis-driven approach to your headline. It's kind of same principles, right? You're going to weave in some AI technology to help you. But this means that, if you can't afford a proof or a copy editor or any of those resources, don't worry about it. Like, here's a tool, use it until you can hire someone. I am a big fan of try and figure it out, and then when you get to the point where you start making money, hire them. And I think we have somebody saying, hey, so you use this for box? Yeah, absolutely. I think we can always use a second set of eyes. And what I find specifically as well, guys, women in the industry, we tend to write in passive voice a lot. We don't even realize we're writing in passive voice. So just having something say, hey, you are writing in passive voice, you might want to switch to a more authoritative active voice, can be exceptionally important for us in our content process. And if you, again, join the group, I have been recording videos of how to actually use each of these tools. So typically Monday or Tuesday, I come on, I'll talk about a tool, I'll talk about a resource, I'll answer the question. But if you actually want to see it live, you have to come into the group, and that's where I actually show how it's done, how we construct it, how we do it. So again, this is a really, really simple one. This is Hemingway app. And again, for those of you that said, hey, I don't remember seeing Content Row, I will put up for you right now, let that load live. Content Row is going to do a lot of similar things, with the exception that it is going to give you a little bit more on the like headline. So, for example, like, here is, alone together. I've got some notes here. It's, if you want to get a headline score or you want to kind of analyze a headline, you could put it in here. So if I said, 5 free marketing tools you need now, right? Do that. I'm going to hit analyze. It's going to say, hey, like numbers are really helpful in your headline. Cool. Good word count. Hey, your headline is positive. Great. Here's a suggestion. Here's, positive. They give you some, hey, you're either, making people happy or fearful. It's got a lot that goes into it. So this is more of a sentiment-based approach versus Hemingway is a more functional approach. Again, both are great tools. Both are great resources. Both are going to give you everything you need to, get that written content out there. So don't let your lack of experience or expertise in writing or grammar. My entire corporate career, I think people were constantly correcting my spelling. It's never stopped me from writing. And as a matter of fact, if I had listened to all of that feedback, I probably never would have written a blog ever. And now I've got maybe 100-something blog posts up that people go to on a regular basis just to get help. So part of that is I am dyslexic, and so I'm always cautious about writing, and I wasn't diagnosed until later in life. And so I'm like, well, I can look at it like I shouldn't be writing content and someone needs to read it. But at the same time, so many people tell me that they are so grateful for the resources that I share. So the good outweighs the bad for me. So again, if I had known about Hemingway app earlier in my career, would have made my life a little bit easier. And same thing with Content Row. These tools are incredible. They are all kind of popping up all around the same time in the last kind of year. There's been so many advances. Again, if you want to see how we break down and do all these in session, come to the group. We'll get you dialed in. You can watch these videos live. You can watch them later. You can save them. Super fun. Third bullet point, I need resources for entrepreneurship as a woman starting out. Where do I get help? Now, yes, this is going to skew a little bit woman heavy, but just stick with me. Stick with me. I promise you won't be mad. 2 big resources for women that are starting out in entrepreneurship as new founders. There are so many different places where you can network and connect with people online. One of my favorite resources and my favorite conferences is coming up, so I'm totally going to mention that first, and that is the Women's Venture Summit. Women's Venture Summit is coming up, and honestly, guys, it is one of the best conferences. Starts off at the beginning of the day. There's a group of people that are going and attending as investors, and a group that's attending as founders, female founders, connecting those resources and building those bridges and kind of getting people to network authentically. Fantastic event. The ticket price is very low point of entry. Again, you can kind of peruse the schedule. I think probably my favorite track that they've got right now is This Isn't Tinder, respectful relationship building. So if you want to go check out the Women's Venture Summit and you're a new founder and you're like, you know what, like, I don't know what I don't know, and I'm open and I've got, a little bit of a budget, definitely for sure check out the Women's Venture Summit. It cannot be matched in terms of the caliber of speakers and content. And I adore everyone that puts that conference on because it is the real deal. Second resource, if you don't have a budget or you are budget constrained, is coming in hot. Oh, awesome. We're so excited. Yeah, it is a great event. I had the opportunity to speak at that event a couple years back, and it's always a tough spot to be in the closing position and kind of be that last chain before people go and have happy hour. And I had such a great time just getting to network and meet with all of the women there. It's an incredible lineup of speakers. It is not just like gurus, and there's actual real funding that occurs before, during, and after the conference. To date, they've helped women raise more than $18 million. So for sure, get your booty there. If you're new and you're trying to figure it out, absolutely. And I'm glad to see other people being super pumped about the conference as well. I'm super excited. The second resource that I was going to mention, what I think is really incredible, is Bank of America has put together a little bit of an institute. So this is for my, my colleagues and my friends that go, well, I have no budget. I have no dollars. I have no nothing. I have no nothing. Okay, fine. I found you something. And the commitment that I tell you is like, actually follow through with it. You can take all the classes in the world, but if you're not going to take action and you are not going to actually follow through, then what is the point? So free resource number 2 for my female founders. Are you ready? It is the Bank of America Institute for Women's Entrepreneurship at Cornell. That is right, you heard it, at Cornell. This is a completely online program that you can participate in. You go through this process, you enroll, and it is an opportunity to earn a certificate in business. The outline of the program is here. It is no cost. That's right, no cost. $0, okay? $0. And you might be thinking, well, what am I actually going to learn? What's in this curriculum? Oh, okay. Are you starting from ground zero? Wait, there's more. Here we go. Creating your venture, customer discovery, legal, assessing and obtaining financial resources, growth and leadership, product development and digital marketing, communication, negotiation, and persuasiveness. Oh, okay. So if I have $0 and I have a cool idea, I can start. And here's the thing, start and finish, start and finish. This resource, again, 100% free. It is online. It is designed for women. It is here to help you grow, launch, and scale. So for those of you that I meet that tell me, oh my gosh, I don't know where I start. Well, you have to start sometime. So you might as well jump in and go to school for free. Even if you don't like school, I think it's really different when it's for something that you're passionate about and something that you love. So again, Bank of America Institute for Women's Entrepreneurship at Cornell, incredible resource. You can learn all about the leadership. So let's dive in, right? You've got everybody here. You've got, like, again, all of the faculty advisors, people from Cornell that have participated, that have come in to try and create some incredible programming. And again, like, I mean, you can't ask for anything more than free programming. Like, come on. It's like a no-brainer. Easy peasy. So in a nutshell, what did we go over today? Well, we went over question number 1. That was, hey, I'm trying to launch my product, my service, and my business, and I'm trying to understand how I'm competing on Amazon. I don't know what I'm doing. And like, how do I know which reviews are real and fake? Like, I don't know. Okay, review meta down there. There, I can't figure out where to point, but there it is. It's right there. Review Meta is going to be that tool and resource for you. Second question we had today was, hey, I'm not the best writer, but I need help. Like, what's a better way for me to have my copy looked at and reviewed? It is the Hemingway app, which I put up there. And then I also recommended a tool that we used last week as well, which was Content Row. So both of those tools are up there, Content Row and Hemingway app. Third question was, hey, I need more resources for entrepreneurship as a woman just starting out. I have a very limited budget, but I want to make it count. So the conferences that I mentioned to you were the Women's Venture Summit, connecting female founders and female funders. Incredible event, happens in just, in like the next 3 weeks, it's going to be happening. So definitely get dialed in, check that out. And then the last resource was the Bank of America Institute for Women's Entrepreneurship at Cornell. So that particular resource, I mean, unmatched in the space. So again, if you're watching and you're going, I have a question, a couple things you can do. You can comment on this thread and we'll try to get to it. We prioritize everyone that is in our group. So if you are in our group, chances are these are the questions that came from you guys. If you're going, well, how do I get in the group? No, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. You pay $0. Come in the group, hang out, ask questions. Do not, be a fountain, not a drain. Try to contribute as much as possible. And I'm going to drop that link in here for you so that you guys can join the group. It is called Strategy Solved. We literally just spend the days teaching people how to do stuff. All of the resources, we're in the process of recording all of these instructional videos on how to use them. They only go in the group and on our website behind a wall. You don't have to pay for them, but we do ask that you join the community if you want full access. And with that, my friends, I will leave it there. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.